As a parent, have you ever given your child a spanking, and in the middle of giving that spanking to your child, you have reacted in a way where you tell your child, shut up, be quiet with all that noise before I give you something to cry about? Did you know that crying or screaming, making noise, it is actually a natural, normal, healthy response when somebody is inflicting that type of pain on you? As a parent, to give your child a spanking and to hear that response, that reaction from your child, it triggers something in you that lets you know that what you're doing is inflicting pain on your child. And in order for you to get rid of that emotional discomfort that you're feeling, you have to tell your child to shut up, be quiet with all that noise, so that you can deny, dismiss, and distort the emotional discomfort you're feeling. You then tell your child to deny, dismiss, and distort the natural, normal, healthy emotional responses they're having to the pain that you are inflicting on them. Do you know who else used to do that? Slave owners. They used to inflict pain on their slaves. They used to beat their slaves. They used to leave wounds and bruises on their slaves that would expose the inside of the human body, the flesh, sometimes the white meat, as we call it. And they too, the slaves, they would have reactions very similar to what your child is having, where they're screaming and crying and weeping. And as a slave owner, a slave master, you too had to convince that slave to stop making noise. And maybe the slave master, slave owner didn't say it the exact same way, but the overall message was the same. Be quiet. Stop making all that noise before I give you something to cry about. I must deny, dismiss, and distort the emotional discomfort I'm experiencing, and you must do the same so I can be okay with this hurtful and harmful behavior. Parents, we have to start thinking about the way we're behaving and why we're behaving in that manner. We have to start questioning, is this behavior hurtful and or harmful to my child? Does it serve my child? Does it serve my child well right now? And will it serve them well in the future? We have to stop behaving in ways that we are behaving in because that's how our parents did it, or because we saw another relative in the family do it and it seems to be normal. We have to start reconditioning our mind to do what is healthy. And healthy would be to actually sit down and have a conversation with your child and communicate with them to let them know what it is that they maybe said wrong, did wrong, to allow them the ability to use their own mind to do some critical thinking about what it is they said, what it is they did, why they said it, why they did it, and brainstorm. Allow them to come up with their own thoughts and opinions about how they could have responded in a healthier, better way. So the next time they have an experience that leads them to believe that lying or doing whatever it is that they did that caused you to give them a spanking, that they will then respond in a healthier way because they've had some time to sit down with an emotionally mature adult that helped them to understand how to process their feelings and emotions, how to engage the part of their mind that does critical thinking, and to come up with new skills and new strategies on how to be a healthy human being.